for Louisville. As you can see, they're not anticipating Kentucky setting up for their defense off the jump ball. Now, both teams are very aggressive in their man-to-man defense.
Jasmine Jones, number 23, coming off a 20-point outing. Her last time out, misses on the pull-up. Kentucky loves to push tempo. They create a lot of turnovers and score before you can get your defense set up. The step back. And Howard's first look bounces out.
Both these teams will try to score in transition. This should be an up-tempo game. It should be a high-scoring game.
Dunham off the window. That would be something new for Kentucky, Debbie. They haven't had an opponent score over 55 points on them this year. But again, this is a major step up in competition after the 10-0 start.
And Ryan Howard starts with the ball at the top of the offense, running out of their horn set, trying to create something off the elbow screens.
Pass underneath to McKinney, has it stripped loose.
And that's part of Ryan Howard's versatility, Beth, that Matthew Mitchell does such a great job of moving her around so that she is effective against multiple defenders on different spots on the floor. And right here, they're looking to trap her off a ball screen.
They're going to throw a lot of bodies at her today. Baseline drive out the other side, and Sabrina Haynes. This is an offense that has knocked down double-digit threes in their last 3 games.
Kentucky is prepared for multiple defensive looks against Ryan Howard, and they do a great job as she gets out in the passing lane there. What they do a good job of is playing out of the double team. So you know the double team is coming on a ball screen, move the ball, reverse it, get a wide open 3.
Howard is the 6'2" sophomore out of Cleveland, Tennessee.
And the opposite for Louisville will be how do they rotate out of that ball screen defense, and that, can they come with a long closeout and force Kentucky off the 3-point line?
Walks with it. Matthew Mitchell, the winningest coach in Kentucky history, has finished in the top 4 in the Southeastern Conference 10 times in 13 seasons. They are the preseason number 4 pick in the league, with South Carolina and Texas A&M looking particularly strong this year. Shook rebounds the Howard miss. Jones on the run the other way and gets the transition deuce.
What a catch by Jasmine Jones, who is a terrific finisher in the open floor. Howard trying to score quickly, and Kylie Shook on the backside, ready to defend. Now watch the catch right here, over the shoulder. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jones, a 3-year starter, was in the doghouse a bit a couple of weeks ago. Really struggled against Oregon and Ohio State, and actually missed out on a start. Jeff Walz wanted to see how she reacted to a little adversity and bounced back with a nice game their last outing.
Well, she's got a quick foul. She put herself in foul trouble. She got 4 fouls in the Oregon game. They won the game without her on the floor late in the game, and then she picked up 3 quick fouls in the Ohio State game.
A member of their back-to-back ACC regular season championship teams, back-to-back 30-win seasons. And in each of the last 2 years, the Cards were a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. A couple years ago, they were in the Final 4. So this is a real experienced squad deep into the postseason.
Great screening action.
Beautiful. To Jones from Dana Evans.
I think Bianca Dunham does a great job of screening that up screen and that great basket cut. Terrific timing on the delivery.
Foul going to be called out top. That will be on Kylie Shook. That is her first.
Watch the screen right here, and then the back cut. Terrific play and execution by Louisville. No help at the rim. Great finish. Ryan Howard doing the right thing there, but she knows the double team's coming now because they've done it a couple of times. So you attack the outside hip of that person that rotates out to double. Usually it's a post player, a big. In this case, it was Kylie Shook.
Dunham with the rebound. The Cards should have the big advantage on the glass. They're one of the top rebounding teams in the country.
Not a lot of movement over here on the weak side. A little two-man game.
Shook just inside the men's line and outside the women's line. The women working with the blue three-point line. Howard's pull-up no. Second chance, swatted by Dunham.
See the front line right now doing a great job for Louisville protecting the basket.
Evans with the pull-up jumper, one of the most improved players in the country, and dare we say, an early front-runner for ACC Player of the Year.
Well, I think you have to have her on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, Elisa Cunane at NC State, I think Kai Gillespie at Florida State. A couple of players I would look at early. Of course, Beatrice Montpremier at Miami was a player who was picked the preseason in the ACC.
Averaging close to 10 points more this year than last year. Brooke?
Guys, well, Dana Evans went from 6th man of the year. Now she's the 2nd leading scorer in the ACC. So I said, what did you do over the summer to get better? She said, I knew I'd have to be a better scorer. So the adjustments I made actually came with not only shooting, but watching film with assistant coach Sam Purcell. And what came out of that was that she saw she needed to move without the ball, score in small spaces in the mid-range pull-up, and change speeds.
And Debbie, you knew she was going to have more opportunities with Asia Durr's graduation.
Well, her confidence level is very high right now. She is in total command of the team offensively. And she's very good on the top of the floor defensively also. So she can create some offense for herself that way.
And their defense has impacted Kentucky. The Cats just 1 for 8 so far. Howard, they're making every look for her difficult. Second chance for Top Wyatt. And then the bump. I'm going to call that before the shot. Well, that free throw's coming up when we return to Rupp Arena. The Ville early. All access for you with Matthew Mitchell. And the 8-3 lead for Louisville. The Cats have started out just 1 for 9. They've missed 7 in a row, and they'll break out of that funk right there.
Really good execution out of the Horn series. Shooters in the corner, 2 screeners on the elbow, and Roper makes a great play.
Evans tries to counter no good. Jasmine Jones will track down the rebound. Jada Roper just into the lineup, the senior from Memphis, coming off a career-high 30-point performance against Winthrop.
And Blair Green trying to defend Kylie Shook. I would take her right to the block and try to post her up.
Big size advantage for Kylie. Instead, it's Evans on the drive and one. Haynes got there a step late.
Well, this play starts outside the lower defensive box, and she is outside the box, or outside the arc. You got to referee the defense there, and was she in legal guarding position?
First on Haynes, and Dana Evans to the line. 5'6" junior out of Gary, Indiana. 89% at the stripe. She is 2nd in the ACC in scoring, and right now, to start the year, the best 3-point shooter in the league, as well as free throw shooter.
Yeah, 49% outside the arc. That's outstanding. And she handles, she's good in their pick and roll game. She's very good on the ball defensively.
Roper comes in and takes over at the point, so we'll see more of Howard off the wing. Number 10 in black is the Kentucky star. Kiki McKinney knocks it down.
Good job by Matthew Mitchell to distribute the basketball around the offense and not have Ryan Howard be responsible for every shot.
Tap in the corner and a held ball. Well, Wednesday on ESPN2 as well as on the ESPN app. Got a terrific men's hoops doubleheader for you. Late night, Carolina and Gonzaga at 9 Eastern. And then Coach Cal and Kentucky will take on Utah. That's all coming your way from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Both games are also live on the ESPN app.
Did you say Las Vegas?
Fabulous place for college hoops.
It's a great place for college basketball.
Some good late night action. The Kentucky men were winners here yesterday against Georgia Tech. So back-to-back days of matinees for Big Blue Nation.
3 consecutive baskets by Kentucky, and that's a great set to get Ryan Howard accelerating to her right hand to the basket.
Good response out of the timeout after the slow start, and then the nice dish. Balagoon finding Elizabeth Dixon. They were teammates last year at Georgia Tech. A coaching change for the Rec, and they both end up in Louisville. Big additions for Coach Walls.
Really nice job of hedging on that ball screen by Dixon at 6'5", really doing a good job moving her feet, forcing Haynes back onto the same side of the floor. You want to try to keep them on the same side if you can and not allow them to reverse the ball.
Amanda Pascal, the senior JUCO transfer out of Brooklyn, has come in for Kentucky, and now for Louisville, their freshman from Japan, Norika Kono, who is a member of the Japanese national U19 team, who's got a shot at their Olympic team probably the next time around in Paris 2024. Of course, Tokyo hosting the Olympic Games coming up next summer, and there's the first bucket for Ryan Howard after the 0 for 5 start. And Kentucky has tied it up. In traffic, and a good job by Dixon to hang on to it and score.
Really nice job with the physical play inside. Nice pick and pop by Kentucky. That's 5 consecutive baskets by the Wildcats.
Their second triple gives them the lead. After a 1-9 start, they've gone 5 for 5 coming out of that timeout. Good job by Matthew Mitchell.
And now they show a little 2-3 zone, so both coaches are making adjustments defensively.
Like defense from Blair Green, but she was out of bounds. Let's go back to that last triple.
You keep the weak side busy. You overload that weak side, and you end up with a nice pick and pop game. A terrific job by McKinney to knock down the triple. That's her second 3 in the game. There's a post-up opportunity. Dixon with a size advantage on Roper.
They were able to recognize and see it. Then the shot clock buzzer went off, but the ball had hit the rim, and Louisville played on. Kentucky did not.
Well, now you've got to recognize that there's a switch going on, or in the zone with the smaller defenders for Kentucky. Louisville can get the ball inside and take advantage of their post-up size.
Howard trying to take advantage of the one-on-one situation. Good defense by Dunham. One minute to go, first quarter.
Good job getting over the top of that ball screen so you can stay locked in. And then Evans makes a terrific mid-range jump shot.
5-7, but terrific hang time for Dana, and she's got 7 points here in the first. Howard, well, they did not get the double team that time on the ball screen. And they'll get the ball headed the other way anyways. Evans forces the contact. And another trip back to the line.
That's speed on speed right there in the open floor.
First on Pascal.
So far, Louisville has not had very much luck forcing Ryan Howard to her left hand. She's been able to run through a lot of the actions that Matthew Mitchell has set up, going right, because that's her strength. She's tough to guard going right.
Evans able to knock down the first. This Louisville program not only tested this year, but these veteran players have been through a lot. Over the last 2 seasons, they are 24-3. in their true road games, with losses only to #1 Notre Dame, #1 UConn, and then the loss earlier this year to Ohio State. They have been terrific under Jeff Walz in these kinds of environments.
Because you got good guard play, you have great prep, and you've got a confident group.
Jones way out on top against Ryan Howard, the All-America candidate for the Cats. Of course, they have already seen the favorite for National Player of the Year honors in Sabrina Ionescu, and that upset over Oregon already on the resume. They did a terrific job of keeping Sabrina quiet. And now 2.8 seconds to go here in the quarter. Can they add right now to their 6-0 run after Kentucky made 5 shots in a row to grab the lead?
This pass has got to be somewhere around midcourt. You got 2 dribbles. And so Jeff Walz puts Robinson in because she can throw the baseball pass.
And there she goes, and it's an errant pass. Chance for Howard. Good if it goes off the mark.
After 1, the score, Kentucky 16, Louisville 21.
Back and forth offensively. The Cats started out slow, but then they started to pick it up behind Ryan Howard, who knocks down her first of many triples we expect, and then Dana Evans in the mid-range. Bucket.
They just showed that on the big board. The crowd reacted. They're only 74 miles apart. Head west down Interstate 64, and you'll eventually run into the Yum Center, the home of the Cards. And what a job both of these coaches have done, building up this rivalry, building up the sport in the state of Kentucky. The fan bases, I think, you combine the 2 season ticket holders, it's over 10,000 folks that they get coming to games. And in honor of both of them, I think I will sample both a little Woodford and Blanton's. We'll wait post-game, though. I'll wait till then to do it. Brooke, what'd you hear in that Louisville huddle?
Unfortunately, nothing about bourbon. But what I did hear was Jeff Walz praising his team for the defensive effort. What he wants to see, though, is more physicality with Ryan Howard. As long as she's running the point, they want to make her path impossible to get to the rim. So just a lot more physical play from the Cards on defense.
I think, Brooke, when Kentucky got her off the point is when they scored 5 baskets in a row. And, you know, I know they like to run sets with her at the top, but I think they were much more efficient and more fluid with her off the ball.
Ryan went 2 for 8 and had 5 points in that first quarter. 9 points for Dana Evans to lead the way for the Cardinals. Yeah, it's kind of point guard by committee right now for Kentucky, a held ball here. But help is on the way, Debbie, and one of the big offseason transfers, Chastity Patterson, ineligible. We are told until their next game. They're going to be starting up their final exam. So there's a look at Chastity, the former prep #1 point guard in the country, was at Texas last year, and she should be good to go when they resume play after the break.
Well, they'll have 1 game with Chastity before they hit SEC play. So, I mean, she's great in their ball screening action. She's terrific running the point. She's great on defense. She is everything in terms of speed that Matthew Mitchell loves on both sides of the ball. And that'll help Ryan Howard get her off the ball a little bit more. And you got to force her left, and Louisville has yet to be able to do that. And Balagoon's going to pick up the foul.
And 1 for Howard, coming in averaging 19 a game.
And Jeff Walz is asking where the foul was. I thought that might have been the principle of verticality, but clearly Ryan Howard being the most aggressive there, turning the corner, going right.
82% free throw shooter, completes the 3-point play. She takes twice as many shots, Debbie, as anybody else on the team. And that's just the way Matthew Mitchell and the staff want it. She should be taking that many.
Yeah, it's not selfish for her to do that. That's her role. Good post up inside. You got to move the ball.
And Balagoon, the back step, stepped out of bounds. Saturday on ESPN and on your app. It's the 9th annual Crossroads Classic from Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Terrific doubleheader. Indiana and Notre Dame, the Irish fresh off that big win over UCLA. And that will be followed by Butler and Purdue at 2:30. So a couple of good ones in Indy. And after starting out 0 for 5, Ryan Howard has now hit 4 of her last 5 shots.
So the emotion of the game, you get all ramped up, you get the ball in your hands, you're trying to make something happen, then they come off the timeout, Matthew Mitchell gets her off the ball, and then she becomes more comfortable and starts to see a big basket.
Trying to slip the screen was McKinney, and it's going to be a held ball. It will stay this way.
Dunham will start, Dixon will be on Howard right now. I think they're playing a little bit of a zone.
Off the inbound, the kind hop. Howard now into double digits.
How can you lose her, Beth? You can't lose her. And I know Jeff Walls is not going to like that piece of tape when he breaks it down with his team.
Back to square here at Rupp Arena. They're on their feet. Good on-ball pressure.
You got to keep working to shape up to the basketball on the inside. Louisville has yet to have a back-to-the-basket play.
Evans.
Now, how is that not foul? So much contact on the shooter.
Evans showing up here in the first half on 4 or 5 shooting, 11 points.
This is what Balagoon needs to get on her right hand and make her go left.
5 on the shot clock. She'll pull up, settle for the 3, way off, and a shot clock violation. Stars are shining early, Debbie.
Now watch on the out-of-bounds play, wide open. Ryan Howard does a great job of moving without the ball. And then watch the contact right here. Wow. Okay, as long as it's consistent.
Number 7 Louisville. 1 loss on the season. 14th ranked Kentucky undefeated, facing their first big test of the year. The Cardinals already have a win over top-ranked Oregon. Knocked them out of the top spot on what is shaping up to be a monster year for the Pac-12 Conference. 3 of the top 5, 4 of the top 10 with Stanford, Oregon, Oregon State, and UCLA.
I think it's as wide open as it's ever been in the women's game. And that time, that foul is going to be on Dixon for jumping out on the hedge. Good job to attack the hedge on that ball screen. Here comes Howard. You got to beat her to the spot. You got to get out on top of that because you know she wants to go right. And you can force her back into help.
They force the switch to the bigger defender, and she shoots it over the top.
And gives a few high fives up the floor to some of the courtside seat fans.
Worth the price of admission.
I think everyone has guarded her so far for Louisville. That's 6'5" on her right now. This is where Louisville needs to make them pay.
Dixon can't knock it down. Chance for Kentucky to go back on top. Howard is the only cat that has scored so far in the second quarter. And Shook, a silly reach-in foul. That's her second.
That's both 6'5s that have picked up fouls on the hedge.
Shook will go out. Dunham will come on.
And you expect Howard to get it right back here on this out-of-bounds play. Yep, there she goes. And she's going left, and you turn her into a passer when she goes left.
Haynes. Three-pointer and a foul.
Jasmine Jones, nice step back by Haynes. Check this angle right here.
What a turnaround for Kentucky after the 1-9 start. They've hit 10 of their last 13 shots. They've got 5 triples in the half. And the Arizona State transfer, Sabrina Haynes out of Phoenix, gives Kentucky its biggest lead.
You know, on the men's side, if you kick your feet out like that, that's an offensive foul.
Not on the women's side.
Not on the women's side.
Again, the women's three-point line here at Rupp is the blue line. Contact inside and an offensive foul. Jeff Walls is hot.
Terrific rotation from the backside. You got to read the second level if you're going to make this pass on a slip. Look at the rotation by Kentucky. Terrific job. Cats on a roll.
Thank you, Kevin. In fact, a 13-4 run here in this second quarter for Kentucky, led by Ryan Howard, who's got 14 points. Dana Evans with 11 for Louisville, but as Rebecca referenced, only 2 paint points this quarter, and they've got a couple of bigs, Debbie, in some foul trouble.
Well, the bigs are getting in trouble by hedging on those ball screens, so Jeff Walls comes out with a 2-3 zone to start, or after that timeout, but Evans has been able to get to the paint and score. That's where their points have been coming. It's not been from their back to the basket game. That's where they need to go with it. They have the advantage size-wise. Look at the post-up opportunity right here.
Was that blocked out of bounds? No, they're going to say shot clock violation. This was Matthew Mitchell a moment ago in the huddle. He's wired for us today.
Nobody's better than you guys at taking them. You cannot get out of the way of another charge. You got to get down low and you got to take it in your chest with courage. You can do it.
And this is what happened. Charge taken.
And neither one of these teams are great at shot blocking. Louisville's a little bit better, but Kentucky's built on defensive rotations. And that's what Matthew Mitchell's talking about. That's a great basket inside by Tatiana Wyatt.
Junior out of Columbus, Georgia. Dunham off the bounce, gets into the lane.
Good spacing that time by Louisville, and great vision to get Bianca Dunham a basketball and a quality catch where she can make a play.
Howard trying to work on Schutz, steps back. Rebounded by Evans. Final 3 minutes of this first half. Kentucky gets the takeaway.
Evans just out of control. Didn't have numbers, so you needed to run something. Well, the big girls getting a workout on the perimeter today, aren't they, playing some defense? Shook's got to be careful here. She's got 2 fouls.
Shot clock winding down. Back into the lane. Wyatt short. Here comes Jones. Cross-court pass through traffic is picked off. 7th turnover for Louisville. And a couple of miscues in transition back-to-back. And then the bump as Howard tried to drive it.
KYP, Beth. Know your personnel.
Going to the right again.
You've got to make her come back into the middle and force her into help. She is too good of a one-on-one scorer.
And that's the second foul on Dana Evans. So Louisville's ball handler will check out here with 2:06 to go. Howard, who dropped 25 in the loss to Louisville last year. It's 3 straight losses in this rivalry for Kentucky.
And a 30-point game against Samford. see she's one of the best players in the SEC, which makes her one of the best players in the nation.
Kentucky with the advantage. Final couple minutes of the half coming up. Top 25 this week, led by Stanford and UConn, the top 2 spots in the rankings. Perhaps the most impressive resume so far, though, belongs to Oregon State with 3 wins already over ranked opponents. They have the best RPI in the country. Michaela Pivick and company got another win last night. We will have them against Oregon and Stanford later in the year. Off the bounce, Mikasa Robinson. There you see those unbeaten's. Terrific job for Adia Barnes out in Arizona. That's the best start they've ever had. And they could be a big surprise as the season progresses. First time they've been ranked in 20 years out there in Tucson. And there's the whistle and the foul.
It just looked like elbow to elbow.
So 4 starters now for Louisville with 2 first-half fouls. And Jones is still trying to work out whatever's going on with her left arm.
You know, I think Louisville looks too robotic. I don't think they look comfortable. I think they started the game moving the ball. I think they've gotten very stale on the offensive end. They're not moving. They're playing off the bounce, not passing the ball.
Just 4 baskets here in this second quarter for Louisville.
And Kentucky's speed has neutralized their lack of size on the floor. Their ball pressure defensively has been terrific. Some turnovers.
Final minute of the half. Robinson. It's going to stay with the Cardinals.
Chance for 2-for-1 here. You score quickly.
Shook. And spin in the lane. That won't go. Good offensive rebound for Diop, and then lost it.
You got to practice the 2-for-1s, Beck, if you're gonna actually get there.
Triple is good. Blair Green.
Big boost off the bench. Blair Green gets everybody off their feet.
50% from downtown for Kentucky in the first half. And Delane scooped up and in for Balagoon.
If I'm Ryan Howard right here, I'm not giving the ball up. I'm going to play in a ball screen. Here's a little drag screen.
Off the ball screen, knocks down the deuce. There was nobody there to help defensively.
Wide open. Beautiful execution by Kentucky to finish the half.
A dominant second quarter for the Cats. And they are up 10. Brooke has Coach Jeff Walls.
Coach, just 5 made field goals for your team in that second quarter. How do you reignite your offense?
Well, we're missing shots around the basket. We got to put them in. We had some transition opportunities where we turned the basketball over, and they made some good shots. I mean, Ryan's played great, but we've got to get our tempo back. We've got to defend down here and then convert on transition.
Thank you.
A 15-point swing the Wildcats' way. Let's send it to the studio now for our halftime report.
The score went back and forth.
The team had 6 triples. And Louisville's advantage in the paint came almost exclusively in the first quarter. They did not find much success offensively in that second quarter.
And Louisville doing a much better job here, moving the ball, shifting sides of the floor. Kentucky brings the double team.
Evans hits for 3.
They just got to start moving better. Everybody got a touch. They played inside out. They switched sides of the floor 3 times. They get a great look with their best 3-point shooter.
That's their first triple of the day. As we went to break, the score initially said 41-31, but then they adjusted that at the half.
Kylie Shook's got the assignment on Howard to start the second half. And how about Tatiana Wyatt?
That's only her 5th triple of the season, but she was wide open and took it.
When we arrived in the building before 8 o'clock this morning, Tatiana Wyatt was out here getting up shots with Kyra Elsie, one of the assistant coaches for Matthew Mitchell.
A quick timeout called by Louisville. So let's see what the officials now are getting together mid-court to talk this over. Mark Zentz, Billy Smith, Paulani Spurlock.
Are they taking a look at the last basket?
I think Jeff Walls may have talked them into looking to see if that last bucket might have been a 2 or a 3, because the official scorer just announced that it is not an official timeout charged. But it...
So watch Jazz Jones down here gets... I think that's what Jeff Walls is asking for them to take a look at, whether she got popped in the face or not. You know, if Jeff Walls asks for them to look and the officials come away with nothing, that is going to be a charged timeout to Louisville.
So after Zentz and Billy Smith look at it, now Zentz will call over Spurlock, so all 3 officials will take a peek.
I don't see anything there. I think, you know, when your player goes down like that, I think it's a natural reaction to ask.
Here's another angle. Was it maybe the back of the hand?
Now,
right side of your screen.
DV Sports has at least 4 angles loaded into the machine for the officials to look at. Mark Zentz is going to come over and tell us what he's got.
All right, we'll have all that info for you when we come back in a moment.
18 on the shot clock.
See if Louisville can get their offense going again. They had the 5-point lead through the first quarter.
See, Kentucky's switching on that, but Dana Evans, there's a good pass right there. Shook's got to recognize that at 6'5", she's got a player that is about 5'5" on her.
It's a nice assist to Dunham. Howard back to ball handling up top initially. It's the switch now. Dunham, the advantage off the bounce and a foul.
See, Louisville's switching on everything right now, and what Matthew Mitchell is doing is just continues to run Ryan Howard off all kinds of actions till he gets the matchup that he likes, that she can go to her right hand and drive to the middle of the floor.
After the 0-5 start for Ryan, she hit 7 of her next 10 shots, 20 points in the first half. Well, Monday Night Football comes your way with the Colts and the New Orleans Saints on Monday night. Colts needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Saints still in a fight for a bye at home field. 8 Eastern starts with the Monday night countdown at 6.
And for Matthew Mitchell, a team that has relied on their defense all year and their full court pressure, they really haven't done that today. They've been more settled in locking up in the quarter court, trying to set their defense.
Balogun way off the mark. Howard with the rebound.
Well, Howard playing with all kinds of confidence right now. I mean, she's been able to get whatever she wants offensively. If she looks at the shot clock, she's not giving it up right here.
And a little too handsy from Balogun.
It must really be hard to get on her right hand.
Well, not only that, Debbie, but you know what? We used to play, if you're trying to force somebody left, you got your left foot defensively way out on top of your right, not even giving her a chance to come back this way, right?
Well, I mean, that's part of how you would force somebody to go the other way. I mean, sometimes you give up your principles about the middle of the floor because they're so dominant going one way. Louisville has been switching on all action here.
Nice shot from Haynes. Shook with the rebound.
See if Louisville can get something going in transition. Right, here's an opportunity.
Jones, easy one.
Yeah, I think Jeff Wall's team is going to pick up full court here. Sometimes you can change the rhythm of what you do offensively by picking up your effort defensively.
6 assists now for Evans after that nice feed on the break.
See, I would deny Ryan Howard the ball. I wouldn't even let her get it back right now.
Howard down in the lower right corner. Dunham defending. They're taking some tough shots right now, but Ryan is able to clean it up. Good work on the boards.
Well, you want to make somebody else beat you. And I think Louisville they just look a half a step slow. And they're not playing like they have any emotion at all about the game.
Shook for 3, got it.
I mean, if this was going to be possession for possession game, if you could take Ryan Howard out, I would have put Louisville in a position to be a better team executing offensively.
Howard now has Jones on her.
And yet they're only down 2 possessions. And see what happens when you make her go left.
Forced her into a tougher shot. Shook. Let it strip loose. And a held ball will head the other way.
Possession arrow to the Wildcats.
This is where, for Jeff Walls, you have 3 players that graduate and go to the pros, right? You lose 3 draft picks, and you're still trying to search for who that leader is. Who's that emotional leader? And you come off a big win over Oregon, and then you go on the road to Ohio State and you lose, and now you're right here playing another top 15 team
on the road.
There goes an opportunity in transition.
Jones. Haynes able to slow her up.
Well, Jasmine Jones just really looks hesitant. That would have been a shot that she would have taken. I think she's afraid of charging and getting in foul trouble. She looks like she's hesitated.
Evans gets it into the paint.
But not Dana Evans. She's been aggressive.
Quick counter for Kentucky as Wyatt runs the floor.
The other thing, too, as Evans pulls up from deep, is when Ryan Howard is playing defensively, like right here, she was on Jones. That's Jones's game in the mid-range. She's got to find a way to get to the mid-range. And when you've got Ryan Howard guarding you, wear her butt out. Run her up screens. Make her work.
And that's what Jeff Walls was saying. We got to run the floor. Both ends.
Now keep her on the left side. Keep her over there. Make her pass. When she goes left, she passes.
Oh, and makes them pay anyways. That's the real danger for Kentucky for a deep tournament run. If you got Howard on her game and the others are also scoring, they will be a tough out.
Jan Evans trying to do it all by herself right now.
This held ball will stay with the Cards.
Louisville has to get connected because on the other side, as Jones hits the mid-range, Wyatt on the offensive glass. Wyatt from 3. Kentucky's up in the third quarter.
Stay down, stay down, stay down. But defensively, you really bothered them that first possession. They just got a lucky bounce and a 3. Really good defense there. The denials bothered them. All right, good ball screen defense. Stay solid. Together, 1, 2, 3. Come on, one stop. Get a stop.
To try and finish left. And where's my ice cream, by the way? Y'all left me out with the box and 1.
I'm sure it's on the way.
We sure did box you out over here.
I see that.
After a 20-point first half for Ryan Howard, they have held her to just a couple here in the third quarter, and here she is, ball in hands. Louisville already with a huge win this year over the Oregon Ducks, who were ranked #1 at the time. For Kentucky, this is their first major test with a tough schedule coming up, and so far they're passing it.
Line drive by Sabrina Haynes into the back of the rim. Transfer from Arizona State. Look at Evans turn a corner.
Evans gets the 2 to follow up the Haynes 3. 9 triples, by the way, for Kentucky.
So Yacine Diop is the person that is guarding Ryan Howard. And just player in a no catch in a box and 1.
It's been a good one. Both sides shooting better than 50% in their top 15 matchup. Shook. And Louisville will try and chip away a little more. Yeah. They're going to count it. Yes, they will. On the terrific jump stop.
Now, one of the things Jeff Walls told us today, Diop is really good on the defensive end, and that's why she's on the floor to guard in the box and 1. But right here, nice pump fake. The transfer from Pittsburgh does a great job of finishing with contact.
First foul on Ryan Howard.
So one of the things we talked to Ryan Howard about today, Beth, was when you see the junk defense, what do you do? She said, I've got to move. I've got to come off screens. I've got to work without the ball. And once she gives it up right here, you don't let her get it back.
Just a sophomore, but last year's National Freshman of the Year. She's seen every defense there is out there. She knows she's playing the rest of her career with a target on her back.
Well, they run her off the Iverson cut, and then she gets the switch.
Crossover and Shook with the block. And Howard went down hard to slowly get numbers for Louisville. Diop for 3. Get it!
What?
Timeout, Kentucky.
Even Jeff Walls is going, you got to be kidding me. She hasn't made one all year.
30 seconds timeout.
What a substitution. You put Diop in for D, and she comes up with a 3.
Had only tried.
Louisville. They got it to a 2-point game.
5 points in a row for Diop. A 3 the old-fashioned way, a 3 from outside the line, and now she'll get whistled for the foul, trying to fight through the screen.
Well, I think it's important when you are the person being guarded in the box of 1 like Howard. You got to keep moving. You got to work off screens. And that's an offensive foul. Good call, right in front of the official.
That'll be the second on Howard.
She clearly pushes off right in front of Billy Smith.
Just one shot in this third quarter for Ryan Howard. Terrific chess match back and forth. Shook. Another triple on an 11-0 run. And they are back in front.
A beautiful pick and pop with Kylie Shook.
They've erased a 10-point deficit. And Howard tried to sneak through the double and draws the foul.
Yeah, 6-2. Only 2 points in the second or third quarter in the second half. And Howard doing a great job. She doesn't need a lot of space, Beth. A little sliver of daylight in a gap, and she's got the explosive ability to get there.
Draws the third foul on Jones.
Jasmine Jones right there. There's a chance to trap.
They do. They make her give it up.
Turn her into a passer.
Final minute of this third quarter. Jeff Walls will give her a pass. Say, all right, you sparked this rally. I'll let that one slide.
I'm thinking, you're doing a little too much now. Just slow down a little. You know, one of the things he did say, she just plays too quickly. And she's trying really hard.
Find Dana Evans. We got a pretty good ball handler there. Number 1 in the white jersey. Get it to her.
Good D on Howard. Your eyes are drawn to that matchup.
Haynes.
Good D by Jones.
5 on the shot clock. Baseline drive. Tipped out to Jones. Diop on the run. Missed it. And then a foul over the back on Kentucky as Haynes tried to smack it away from Jasmine Jones.
I'm surprised Jones actually gave it up to Diop. The foul was on the floor there, so look for Kylie Shook on this play right here. She's standing on the nail.
And we're going to get another foul. I think this is on Jada Roper before the inbound.
I think you run the same play. Watch number 21 on the nail coming off the screen. Last possession here for Louisville. One possession here in the end of the third quarter. Wide open.
Got it. Missed it. Louisville able to get it on the tip back. They'll hold for 1. No. They will still have a chance. 1.8 to go.
You got time for catch and shoot. You got time for one dribble.
The lob to Dunham. Gets it up and in. 13 straight points for the Cardinals to close out the third.
Diop for D. Hits the 3. Look at the run by Louisville. Pick and pop. Shook for triple. And then the lob pass inside to Dunham. What a terrific finish of the third quarter by the Cards.
We start the fourth, a 3-point game here in Rupp Arena. Beth Mowins, Debbie Antonelli, Brooke Weisbrod with you. And a top 15 showdown. Kentucky bringing in that unblemished 10-0 record. Yassine Diop knocks it out of bounds. She was a big spark for them in that third quarter.
What a great coaching move to get Diop on the floor. She has had an impact on the game.
And defending on Ryan Howard right now, they held her to just one shot in the last 10 minutes after she dropped 20 on the cards in the first half.
Now they're back to their switching man-to-man.
Shook able to contest another shot. Evans leaves it off for Diop. And the first attempt blocked.
That was a good choice by Shook. And had a choice of who to give the ball to up the floor. Diop dribbling it or Dana Evans.
Evans leaves it off for Shook. Couldn't knock down the three, and another board for Louisville.
Evans going to be wide open. Ryan Howard looks like she might be getting fatigued. That's a lot of responsibility for the sophomore.
Haynes will try and reset.
On the shot clock.
She gives it up.
She's tired, yeah.
Shook. She's been able to do that 4 or 5 times. Just keep those arms up, contest a shot.
And look at her run the floor. See, now she's got a matchup problem because she's got Haynes on her. Look at the size difference on the elbow.
Louisville in that third quarter was able to get back into the paint and get out on the run a little bit.
Neither team really accelerating through their options right now, Beth.
Jones, no. Diop offensive rebound.
Smart by Louisville. Run some more clock here. Get the shot you want. Good D by Haynes. Get loose. I definitely think the team's playing a role right now for both teams, Beth. This is where the emotions got to carry you forward in the latter stages of the fourth. High hands. Good job by Dunham.
Shot clock down to 3. Haynes. And a foul with 1 second on the clock.
She did.
Did not need to reach in there.
You pushed Haynes all the way up the floor. The shot clock is running down. 1 second. Dana Evans has got to make a smarter play and show more defensive discipline right there.
It's the third on Evans.
It's just the first team foul in the fourth quarter.
Remember, in women's hoops, you start shooting 2 free throws on the 15th foul. And could come into play later on.
Matthew Mitchell had to get Ryan Howard out of the game because of fatigue.
That's going to be another foul on a 3-point shooter. And a couple of back-to-back mistakes for Louisville defensively.
So Ryan Howard is out of the game. Right, and Louisville has got a chance right here to defend straight up or switch, whatever they're doing, without Howard on the floor. This is the first time she's come out of the game. And I thought she was fatigued the last couple of possessions. So it's a good job by Matthew Mitchell to get her out because he's going to need her for his ability to close out the game.
And you were talking about this earlier, Debbie. This is one of the toughest times of the year. You're getting ready for your Christmas break. You've probably either just finished up your finals, in the midst of finals, or getting ready for your finals. You haven't played a lot of close games that have you on the floor for 35 to 40 minutes yet this year.
Well, it's a game that coaches worry about for sure because Christmas break is right around the corner and finals is going on or just finishing. That was a legal screen.
You're going to know you played against Kylie Shook. That's one certainty for Louisville. She goes all out all the time.
Now, this is a legal screen And if I was Jada Roper, I would be yelling at whoever's defending Shook, because they're supposed to be up there telling you the screen's coming.
Turns it over.
So you got the emotion of a rivalry, Beth. You got a one-possession game. You got fatigue playing a factor. Game slippage and execution is critical for both teams right now to finish it off. Who's going to have the best details to finish the game?
And where do the Cats look without Ryan Howard? And another block by Kylie Shook, last touched by the Cats.
And if you're Matthew Mitchell, you just want to hang on right here and keep it a 1 or 2 possession game. Kylie Shook with 5 blocks. She came in leading the team with 19.
Yep. Oh, she's feeling confident. She had 34 points all season. She's got 7 here in the second half.
The offensive skill set is not what Louisville put her on the floor for, but she has hit a 3, a transition bucket, and a mid-range jumper. Again, deep into the shot clock.
This is what Louisville wanted. They wanted to force the Cats into a half-court game. And that will get Ryan Howard back into the lineup for Kentucky. Fabulous in the first half, and what a change. Just the 1 shot in the third. She takes her first breather of the day here in the fourth and is now back out there.
I love the way Matthew Mitchell has managed this, though, because you put her in now, you got at least a couple of offensive possessions before you get to the next timeout. And then she gets another chance to get a break. You're playing possession for possession right now.
Timeouts on the women's side midway through the quarter. Jones with the pull-up.
That's what Jasmine Jones does as well as anybody in the ACC.
We're trying to set something up here for Howard coming off the screens on the baseline. Shook will switch on her.
Switch 3 times on her.
Howard gets to the right, forced to give it up, and the pick for 3. McKinney drills it.
That's a big confidence booster right there. How about Ryan Howard giving it up? Big play.
Evans put loose from behind by Pascal. Trying to deny. Howard will come and get it. Kentucky will flatten out. No one to come help. Howard can't knock it down.
Almost thought Jeff Walls is going to switch to a 2-3 when they flatten it out. Just to bring 2 people at Ryan Howard to make her pass it.
Number 4 to play. Louisville seniors trying to go 4-0 against the Cats. And Diop called for the double dribble.
Jeff Walls thought there was a foul there. Watch Jones. Mid-range. Beautiful pull-up jump shot. It's a 1-possession game thanks to the 3 by Kiki McKinney in a corner.
You just got to hang right now. Get stops. Here we go. Let's go.
Matthew Mitchell. All access with the Kentucky coach. We got a good one. 3.5 to go. A 2-point game. Cats in the first half. Cards in the second half. And a chance for a 3-point play in the lead.
This is Ryan Howard's first basket of the second half after 20 first half points. They make her go left. She misses. She offensive rebounds her miss. Matthew Mitchell loving his All-Americans play today.
Can't get the free throw. That's the 4th foul, by the way, on Bianca Dunham. .24 for Howard to lead all scorers. 18 for Dana Evans. She's got it right now for Louisville. Jones off the bounce. Has to give it up. No. Dunham offensive rebound. Another possession for Louisville. Their 13th on board of the day. Evans will pull up. Another offensive rebound and a foul. Dunham going to work down low. Well, Wednesday on ESPN2 and your ESPN app. Heading out to Las Vegas, North Carolina, Gonzaga at 9 Eastern, followed up by Kentucky and Utah. Late night out in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena.
Again, watch for Kylie Shook coming off the screening action here. That's usually money for her, absolutely.
Big day for Shook. 8 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks. After she had a fantastic outing against Oregon as well, she has shown up in the big games.
The offensive rebounding, the size of factor on the glass has been a contributing factor for Louisville in the second half, and their defense on Howard.
Step back, Howard, got it.
That's why Matthew Mitchell did such a good job managing her minutes. And now Diop's starting to make me nervous.
Louisville has better shooters on the floor right now, better options. Here's one, Shook for 3. Got it!
Oh, what a big basket. The seniors for Louisville have never lost to Kentucky.
3 triples on the season, and she's got 3 more of them today. And a foul on the shooter again for Louisville. Was she behind the line? How many shots will she get as we revisit the Shook 3?
Watch this nice pick and pop. Terrific. They've run it all game, and Kentucky has not been able to guard it.
And the officials will go over to the monitor here. Checking out the footwork. Is this going to be 2 free throws or 3? And I think they just said 3 free throws coming. Oh, yeah, behind the men's line, too.
2 lines is confusing.
It'd be great to have just the 1.
Good free throws for Sabrina Haynes.
Just a 62% shooter on the year.
We talked to her this morning. Do you understand this rivalry? You've never played in it. And she said, yeah, I've got a pretty good idea of what this rivalry means.
.74 miles separating these 2 schools. Down Interstate 64. All that's at stake today is the good of the Commonwealth.
Well, expect some full court pressure here by Kentucky off this make or miss.
1-point game, buck and a half to play.
Kentucky needs a stop. Details in your execution on both sides of the ball.
Jones got the baseline, and Howard had to grab her.
Well, it's a great set because Jones rejects the screen and drives it at Howard. And we already know that Howard's been a little bit fatigued because she spent all her energy scoring offensively. 3 team fouls. Still a foul to give for Kentucky.
Jones with Howard on it offensively.
They're going to clear it out. They're just going to clear it out for Jones to go. Take her.
Jones, Howard in her face. And Kentucky had a chance and could not secure the basketball.
That's Jeff Walz knowing the last 2 summers what Ryan Howard can do defensively. And he pulled Jasmine Jones out and he told her, take her.
Coached her in USA basketball each of the last 2 off seasons. She put on a show in the first half. Louisville has held her in check so far in the second. Update again, the next Louisville foul will mean 2 free throws for Kentucky, no 1-and-1s. And Kentucky, as Debbie, you just referenced, 1 still to give.
Kentucky has 2 timeouts left. Louisville with 3 remaining on the board.
Dunham is the only player in trouble right here with the 4 personal fouls for Louisville.
They've been running that same out-of-bounds play for Kylie Shook every time on a baseline out of bounds, but I'm sure Jeff Wells is going to change it up here. Well, how about the 3 by Kylie Shook? That's what you expect your seniors to do in this environment. Look for the lob here to Dunham.
Jones on the take, offensive foul. That time the help side defense arrived, and it was Haynes.
The reason why Jasmine Jones has been in foul trouble the last couple of games are plays like this. You have to see the second level. Good rotation by Kentucky.
4th on Jones, final minute.
You know the ball's going to go through Howard.
She's got it.
She's got a big on her. Just clear it out and let her go.
Dunham trying to make her go the other way. Forces her to give it up, and Kentucky turns it over.
Howard is going right. She gets Dunham off balance. I'm surprised she passed it.
About a 10-second difference. Shot and game clock.
Remember that Kentucky does have a foul to give. I would consider using it. They're going to play straight up to get a stop here.
She'll try for the deep 3, short. Jones tried to save it. Here comes Kentucky. Haynes. Ryan Howard for the win. And Louisville comes to Rupp Arena and gets their 4th win in the row in the series.
And the final score, Kentucky 66, Louisville 67.
I love that Matthew Mitchell did not call timeout. He let it play. He had the ball in the hands of the right player, Ryan Howard, who's made plays all first half. And there's the frustration and the emotion of the tough loss on the face of Ryan Howard, who played like an All-American in the first half.
20 in the first half, just 2 baskets in the second half as Louisville made the adjustments. And they erased a 10-point second half deficit.
Kentucky plays D. They don't use their timeout. Sabrina Haynes drives it. She gets it to Howard. It's a good look.
And it does not go, and Louisville able to hang on for the win. And Brooke Weisbrod now has Jeff Walls.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach, giving us a good outing here today. What do you think was the difference down the stretch?
Well, we executed in the third quarter, just like I told you at halftime. We had to convert, stop turning the basketball over. Then defensively, my staff, you know, they're like, just switch everything. And we went 5, switch everything, and tried to keep Ryan in front of us. I don't know what she ended up with, but she was on track for 40 at half. So I thought we really did a much better job. Our post players did a nice job defending her at times. So